Game 7, Eastern Conference Final. It's do or die for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
You know what's at stake. Both teams know what's at stake.
As soon as the puck drops, it's game on.
Win and move on to face the Vegas Golden Knights. Lose, and their dream of lifting the Stanley Cup this postseason comes to a heartbreaking end. Can the Bolts keep the dream alive tonight with a win on home ice?
You got the fans behind you. You know this building's going to be pumping and has all playoffs.
Right now, our Road to the Cup pregame special. Good evening. Welcome to the Road to the Cup pregame show. You're looking live right now at Thunder Alley outside Amalie Arena. Fans making their way inside for what should be a very dramatic Game 7.
And now a live look right across from the arena at Bergs Live. They're expecting a big crowd of Bolts fans watching the game tonight, of course.
And once again, good evening. Welcome inside Amalie Arena for our Road to the Cup pregame show on News Channel 8. Dan Lucas here and Andy Sabo. For the next half hour, we're going to lead you up to the broadcast of Game 7 and break down what we're going to see and what Lightning fans hope to see.
I can already feel the energy inside this arena.
Right.
Bolts blue can be seen throughout Amalie Arena. You don't need to be or get hyped up at all for Game 7.
All right, a little bit later in the show, our analyst Brian Bradley is going to break down what the Bolts need to do to really correct what happened in Game 6. And by the way, they've forgotten about Game 6 already, but it does not get any more dramatic in sports than a Game 7. Three cities, three opponents, 16 games down. And the only thing that matters now is what happens tonight. Pick your sport. When it's playoff time, nothing grabs your attention like a Game 7.
Excitement. This is one of the best sporting events you can be part of.
When you're growing up and you're dreaming of things, I don't remember myself sitting up and saying, oh my gosh, do I want to get that game-winning goal in Game 2? You know what I mean? It's like, it's Game 7.
In its 25-year existence, the Lightning franchise has enjoyed success in Game 7s. A Stanley Cup was raised after one. But for the modern-day Bolts, it's a legacy growing before our eyes. The Lightning have played 3 Game 7s under head coach John Cooper, winning 2 of them.
I don't think it's any pressure at all. It's an opportunity. It's a great opportunity. We got a chance to win a game and go to the Stanley Cup Finals. So I don't think there's any pressure in this room. We had a good morning skate. Guys feel loose. We feel prepared.
When we say legacy, we really do mean hockey history.
You know, not too many people probably thought we were going to be here after going down 0-2 in this series.
The Lightning are trying to become the first NHL team to win a semifinal series after losing the first 2 home games since the Detroit Red Wings in 1945, the year before the great Gordie Howe began his career. That's the beauty of a team loaded with young talent. It's not afraid to chase history. And there is plenty of veteran experience to make every player dial in for the greatest night in sports.
You know what's at stake. Both teams know what's at stake. And, you know, if you can stay composed and poised with the puck on your stick and your right reads.
You know, a little bit nervous here and there, but definitely just excited. You know, playing the Stanley Cup playoffs, you know, it's a Game 7.
As soon as the puck drops, it's game on. You lean on your past experience. We have a ton of it in this room. You know, a lot of it in Game 7s and in conference finals, too.
Once it's game on, you're dialed into the game. You're really not even thinking of the magnitude of the game. It's just, you know, coach the game the way you would any other one to win.
I think it was pretty cool, Andy, to see Anthony Cirelli next to Ryan McDonough, a guy who's been in a Stanley Cup final. Anthony Cirelli is going through this for the first time. This is his first Game 7 at the NHL level. Pretty cool stuff.
All of the rookies have really contributed throughout this entire playoffs. But, you know, going back to when this team lost, especially in Game 6, we've been talking about this all series long. It seems like when the Bolts lose, it's because they've been sloppy with the puck, especially, like I said, in Game 6, in and around the neutral zone. That really led to those odd man rushes, meaning obviously more scoring chances for the Caps. The players hope to tighten things up a bit tonight and say it's all about simplifying their game tonight.
Where we need to be better, we need to stop turning pucks over. They're getting so much transition off our turnovers, and part of it's them. They're very good defensively. They're up on us. They're closing our gap in the neutral zone, but I feel like the more we get pucks deep, more time in their end, the less chance they have for offense.
I think our puck decisions, I mean, when you're 1-on-2 or 2-on-2 and you're trying to beat guys that have good gap, you know, that flows into their transition game, and that's the way they want to play half the ice. And we did that too much to them and paid the price as far as spending a lot of time in our zone, took a penalty in the second period, and they capitalized on it. And I think we can just, you know, not try to do too much out there and take what's given and you know, be a little bit more responsible with the puck.
Okay, Brian Bradley joins us now. By the way, they're getting ready to bring the team out for warm-ups. This crowd's going to get really pumped up in a second. The Lightning were sloppy in Game 6. And you know what? Game 1 and 2, for that matter, as well. That's costly.
Yeah, you know, they need to be better in their own zone and the neutral zone. A lot of bad turnovers, which cost us a lot of chances because Washington capitalized with the turnovers and got some good quality chances to score.
Good stuff.
And we can hear it behind us. The fans really getting pumped up here inside the arena. Now I want to send it outside of Amalie Arena to Ferg's Live, where we find Melanie Michael. Hello, Mel.
Hey, guys. Oh, my goodness. There is nothing like a Game 7. My heart is beating out of my chest. The adrenaline is pumping. The fans are ready. It's game day, guys. It's our favorite day of the week, and it brings fans and families together because the fans become family. Even the Caps and the Bolts. In some houses across Tampa Bay, they're actually staying in the same home. How's that going to work out? We went to find out. Check this out.
They're staying with us tonight, so they could be sleeping in the doghouse.
Nothing like it in sports, especially with hockey. This place is going to be intense. I've been to Game 7 with the Rangers, been to Game 7 with the Detroit a couple of years back. This place is going to be electric tonight.
My heart is beating out of my chest. I can't even tell you. Our necklace is even going boom, 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 boom.
Oh, I know exactly what that Bolts fan is feeling like because tonight your heart is beating out of your chest. You want that win. You know that Stanley needs to come on home to his Tampa Bay family. A quick live look right now at Ferg's Live. This is where the party is at tonight. The fans are ready. The screens are prepped for folks to watch the game right here in the heart of downtown Tampa, right by Amalie Arena. So, Dan, Annie, if you can't hear the fans yelling now, you're gonna hear them yelling later on tonight because Game 7 is upon us. We need this win. Stanley, come on home. We need you, buddy. Back to you.
Gotta love her energy. Absolutely love it. Melanie, way to bring it game in and game out. But guys, stick with us. Our road to the Cup special just getting warmed up here.
Yeah, we got one of those young players I was talking about, Yanni Gord. I'm going to chat with him next when we come back. What does Game 7 mean to him? Well, let's take another look outside at Thunder Alley. Hey, some of those fans are going to stick around all night to watch the game. It's a blast. Game 7. Road to the Cup. More coming up next. Welcome back to the Road to the Cup pregame show on News Channel 8. It's Game 7. Warm-ups going on right behind us here. I see a lot of players on the ice who mean business.
Oh, absolutely. For now, I'm going to send it back to News Channel 8, where our Gabrielle Shirley is going to break down the physical style of play the Caps have brought all series long and how the Lightning are going to handle that tonight. Hello, Gabrielle.
Hi, Annie. Hi, Dan. Thank you very much. Head coach John Cooper, he said it best. In Game 6, someone was engaged and someone wasn't. He was referring to the Capitals' do-or-die attitude, which materialized into an extremely aggressive style of play out there on the ice. Here we go. We'll take you to some highlights. Less than 2 minutes into the first period, Tom Wilson pushes Cedric Paquette into the boards. You get one more look at it here. Paquette actually loses his stick. Then in the second, Braden Coburn turns to get the puck, and Alex Ovechkin makes him pay for it. Tom Wilson does it again here, knocking Chris Kunitz off of his feet. The numbers clearly show the Caps have been the more physical team. The Caps recorded 39 hits. That was in Game 6, the highest number so far in this series, while the Lightning only had 19 hits. All in all, Washington is out-hitting Tampa Bay 191 to 146. Now we will see which team proves to be the tougher team tonight, getting an edge by getting physical. Danny and Ann, I hope you are keeping your fingers crossed. I will send it back to you guys inside Amalie Arena.
Yes, we are. And you know, I think this series has been very different than the Boston series. You saw a Lightning team against Boston, very physical. The Hicks just kept on coming. We've seen a couple fights nights here during this series, but the physicality has been lacking.
Yeah, I thought the Boston series was going to be the most physical thing the Lightning would see in the entire playoffs. I was wrong on that. Boston was physical for sure, but Washington has really brought it hard. They're going to bring it hard again tonight. But in that Boston series, if you remember, the Lightning needed some secondary scoring. Well, they needed it again tonight, really from anybody. But Yanni Gourde was one of the guys who stepped up in that series, and I spoke to him this morning after the skate before Game 7, the biggest game of his young career.
Yanni, a young player, a lot of talk about experience in here with a Game 7. You've played in games like this all through your junior and time. How do you handle this type of situation?
Trying to play the same way, obviously, that's the key, but like this is going to be a big game, and intensity level is going to be higher, emotion is going to be higher. You just got to be in control a little bit and trying to embrace the moment, but like I said, at the same time, you got to stay in control throughout the game.
I know the other night, the oohs and ahs, it was their crowd, so every time they would make a hit, it seemed emphasized because of the crowd. But did it feel like they were more physical than you guys? And when you went back and watched it, did you say, wow, they kind of really beat us up a little bit?
They were much more physical than we are, and I think that's something we're going to do a much better job tonight, is just trying to be involved in the play more. They were involved, they were physically involved, and I mean, when you're physically involved, your head's in the game, and everything falls in places after that. So just trying to get in the game physically, and after that we should be fine.
You're a team that likes to skate. They like the rush, and they like to feed off of mistakes. Is that something even in video you can see, listen, we can't allow this to happen tonight?
Yeah, of course. They have tremendous speed, and we got to respect that. But at the same time, we do have a lot of speed too on our team, and we got to play our game, and we got to focus on more about ourselves and than them. And I think when we play our game, when we're at our best in our game, we're pretty good. And I think we just got to bring our games.
And finally, we like to make so much of the dramatic surrounding Game 7. This is kind of fun.
Yeah, it is really fun. I'm really excited for tonight, and no, it's going to be an incredible moment.
Thank you.
Yanni Gourde's excited to play in Game 7 tonight. He's done this before at different levels, but not at the NHL. We're going to take another break here. When we come back, we're going to go from the rookie to the veteran, Ryan Callahan.
And of course, as always, if you want more of our Road to the Cup coverage, make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at WFLA. Of course, we want to see all of your photos. We want to interact with you as well. Make sure, if you post those photos, make sure to tag us at WFLA. And of course, use the hashtag GoBolts. We will be right back. Team, Ryan Callahan, has played in plenty of Game 7s throughout his career, whether it's killing penalties or blocking shots. The former New York Ranger knows his identity as a hockey player, and he sure knows his role on this Lightning team.
I think your role changes, as you get older, as you've been in the league longer. Obviously, been a guy who's kind of been on the power play, top minutes type of guy, and last couple of years I've been more of a little bit of a role player, and especially this year. Playing on the fourth line there, trying to create energy, which has always been a part of my game, but you try to buy into whatever role you have, and that's how a team has success.
Rushed along by Ryan Callahan. Boyd, great chance in this goal! Is scored by Pumpkin!
Great little stick work by Callahan.
No matter what your role, you realize it's important, and it's important to the team, and you have to execute it.
Shut it one off the post and bounces in! It is Callahan, and it's 3-0.
Try to go out there and work every shift, lay it on the line, throw my body around a little bit, block shots. So that's still what I pride myself in, and I know I'm having a good game is when I'm engaged physically.
Callahan, another big hit.
That's been his identity, and it's probably a reason he's worn a C or an A everywhere he's gone. There's a team before self guy.
Traded to the Lightning in 2014, the former Rangers captain was the first of a wave of New York players to land in Tampa.
It was the first time I was ever traded, and you have a chip on your shoulder. You want to prove that, you still can play in this league, and that, you want to bring what you can to your new team.
Drive drive, and that one was blocked off by Callahan.
I mean, have this many guys coming from the Rangers. I think it's just a testament to what we built in New York and the type of teams we had there and the character we had there. A lot of us have gotten pretty close to it and they've never raised that Stanley Cup. So we have that hunger and that desire to win. It seems more like we're on a bit of a mission here. We're not satisfied. You make it to the conference finals the first time. You know, you sit back and you enjoy it. You're excited about where you are. Where this time I feel like it's more business-like and guys are just trying to get to that next level, trying to get to that next round because ultimately we all want to win it.
Brian Bradley joining me now. And Brian, when you look at a player like Ryan Callahan, what can you say about his veteran status? How much value does he bring as a veteran?
He's a veteran guy. He's been around for a long time, Annie. He's had some injuries, and you know what? He's great in the dressing room. He's a leader on and off the ice. But you know what? As a kid, Annie, you dream about playing a Game 7 to go to the Stanley Cup Finals. For a guy like this means a lot to him.
And we're both excited about Game 7. The fans get loud here inside Amalie Arena. Let's take a live look outside at Thunder Alley where, boy, the energy just starting to get ramped up. About 20 minutes to puck drop. We will be right back with our Road to the Cup pregame special after this.
Welcome back to the Road to the Cup pregame show on News Channel 8. Dan Lucas and Andy Sabo inside Amalie Arena. Andy, if the Lightning win this game tonight, they're going to play one of the great stories in sports, the Vegas Golden Knights, and there is a Lightning Golden Knights connection already.
There is. Obviously, when you talk about this team, you have to give some credit to their head coach, Gerard Gallant. Fun fact, Gallant actually played with Lightning GM Steve Yzerman in the 80s and the 90s, and all these years later, the two actually remain good friends.
We met each other when our time in Detroit, and we became good friends. It's more to do with, you know, being off the ice and being roommates for a little bit and stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, obviously a player like myself enjoyed playing with a top-end player like Yzerman. You get more points, you get more goals, and you get more looks at the net. So it was fun to play with him. But the most thing is, like I said, we became good friends just because we got to know each other through hockey. And, you know, now, I mean, we don't talk a whole lot now. We text once in a while and then wish each other luck and all that stuff. But, you know, we both got children and families, so you move on with that. But, again, when you bump into them, you know, they're still old friends and good buddies. But
one of the guys who's liked and respected around the league, Gerard Gallant, and he played for the Lightning as well. Brian, you were a teammate of Gerard Gallant. What was he like as a player?
Well, you know what? He was a great guy. You know what? He worked hard. He reminded me of Chris Kuntz or Ryan Callahan. You know, when he came to the rink, he was dedicated. He put his time in. He worked hard. He did it on the ice. And you know what? The way he coaches right now, I can see it. His players come to the rink. If they don't give him the effort, they don't play.
Good stuff. He's got a good hockey team for sure. The Lightning hope to beat Gerard Gallant in a week or so.
Starting Monday.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more of our Road to the Cup pregame special. Stay with us, everyone.
The way we started this series going down 0-2, you know, to having this opportunity today to have one win away from going to the Stanley Cup final, I think we you know, understand how far we've had to come to get this opportunity. We're not trying not to waste it.
All right, Brian Bradley, join us here before we say goodnight. Brian, let's just get right to it. Just give it a prediction. You know, what's going to happen here tonight?
It's going to be a 1-1 game. We're going to go up 2-1, then get maybe a goal or so. I say the Lightning win 5-1 and go on to the Stanley Cup Finals against Vegas on Monday.
Wow, 5-1. That's aiming big. That's gambling like Vegas. All right, Andre Vasilevsky has been huge in this series. How big does he have to be tonight?
I think Vasilevsky, he's had a tremendous series. I think without him, it might be over right now. So to me, he has to play like he did the last 4 or 5 games, been outstanding, and you know what? Be the number 1 or 2 star.
And Brian, Nikita Kucherov, Steven Stamkos, each only had one shot in Game 6. What's it going to take to get them going tonight?
I think they got to shoot the puck more, Andy. There was times in Game 6 in Washington where Stamkos had it coming down the wing, Kucherov, many turnovers, but they need to shoot the puck. They need to get a lot more shots on Holtby if they're going to score some goals.
The power play for Washington, the Lightning have contained it for the most part. But I thought in Game 6, the whole game turned on Oshie's power play goal. How important is it to stay out of the box tonight?
Well, it's really important. I mean, you talk about the two guys that score is Oshie and Ovechkin. They're deadly when they get the puck. But you know what? Backstrom's such a good passer, but we can't take penalties. To me, Washington's power play is deadly. Maybe as good or better than ours.
I agree with you, and I just don't like Ovechkin in that circle. I like Stamkos in that circle instead. Brian, thank you as always. Wonderful conference final input from you. We'll see what happens as we move on here.
It's going to be a great game. Is that going to do it for us? I think so.
I think we're almost ready to drop the puck here at Amalie Arena. Don't forget tonight, win or lose, the Road to the Cup postgame show at 11:35 here at Amalie Arena. Postgame reaction. We'll see what happens, guys. The Lightning could be near that Prince of Wales trophy. Who knows? They're playing the Capitals tonight, coming up in Game 7. All right, let's take one last look at the crowd outside Amalie Arena. They're getting ready for the old watch party outside. Enjoy the game, everybody. We'll see you later tonight for the postgame show.